Oh, thank you. Shut up and drive. You don't know what you're talking about. She's not the one. You ought to know that by now. She's got one of those hearts that keeps changing your mind. Your heart has a way of making you stay. So shut up and drive. Don't look in the mirror. She might have that look in her eyes, the one that's so strong, it strangles your will to survive. She's practiced the art of looking sincere. Her eyes have a way of making you stay. Don't look in the mirror. And I'm the voice you never listened to. And I had to break your heart to make you see that she's the one who will be missing you. And you'll only miss the girl that you wanted her to be. Turn the radio on to drown out the sound of goodbye and blink back the tears. Sure, you still got your pride, and get yourself lost in a sad country song. Those guys that they play know just what to say. Turn the radio on. And I'm the voice you never listened to. And I had to break your heart to make you see that she's the one who will be missing you. And you'll only miss the girl that you wanted her to be. Oh, now shut up and drive. Don't look in the mirror. Turn the radio on and get out of here. Shut up and drive. Ooh.
Tate.
Thank you so much. That was a weird song. It was my first top 10 record, went to number 4, I think. And it actually started out as another song. It started out as shut up and drive. It's 4:45 and I've got a date in the radio. And I thought that sounded just really, really, really bad. And my co-writer was a girl, and that was her idea. So I got really drunk and sat down on the foot of my steps and said, why would somebody say shut up and drive? And I said, because they wanted to get the hell out of there. That's how the song got written. And let me see. I'm 64 years old, and I spent 40 years in the music business as of last November as a signed songwriter here in this town. And, thank you, bud. And I'm still in the red after 40 years. And when I was younger, I really wanted, I was chasing girls and dream of having a record deal and everything else, and it being a star. And I finally gave up on it and just decided I'm going to write and kind of settle down into that life. And then just earlier this year, some people came to me and asked me to make a record So at 64 years of age, I'm realizing my childhood dream, which is kind of fun. Except for now the groupies throw Depends on the stage, and it's not as cool as I thought it was going to be. And I have to play real early shows in nursing homes and places like that before the senior dinner and shit. So, but anyway, this is my first single that is going to go out to radio here in the next few weeks. So. Well, a hitchhiking figure grew bigger and bigger till a fully formed woman appeared in the dawn. He pushed the door open, said the radio's broken. I could sure use some company. If you're coming, come on. They drove on in silence for mile after mile, till finally she said one thing. Too bad about the radio, we've got a ways to go, and I hope you don't mind if I sing. She sang Home on the Range, Sweet Baby James, and the night that drove old Dixie down. She sang her heart out right onto his sleeve, like a bird that just had to be free. Like the daughter of Bobby McGee. Well, halfway across Texas, they stopped for some breakfast, and he looked at radios and then changed his mind. She told her life story, her sins and her glory, and dreams long since buried came right back to life. And just for an instant he dreamed about ditching his life to go tagging along. Oh, but he had these cattle to get to Seattle, and he didn't know one cowboy song. She sang Home on the Range, Sweet Baby James, and the night that drove old Dixie down. She sang her heart out right onto his sleeve, like a bird that just had to be free. Like the daughter of Bobby McGee. Well, the moon overboard and made them pull over, and they fogged up the windows in each other's arms. And that night in the sleeper, he thought love might keep her, but he woke the next morning to find she was gone. And sometimes it seems it was all just a dream, but he knows that he's different somehow, 'cause he checks every shoulder from Shreveport to Boulder, and sometimes he sings to the cows. He sings Home on the Range and the Sweet Baby James, and the night they drove old Dixie down. He sings his heart out right onto his sleeve for that bird that just had to be free. For the daughter of Bobby McGee. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very cool. So, this next song kind of sums up my life. Do it like this. I hardly recognized you with that smile on your face. Your shirt's tucked in, you shaved your chin, and every hair's in place. You smell a whole lot better than anybody in this bar. Here's $1, buy yourself a cheap cigar, and don't ruin it for the rest of us with your bragging that you fell in love. Can't you see we're kind of busy here, swapping lies and crying in our beer? So you're getting married, good for you. It's third inning, Braves are down by 2. Grab a seat and keep your big mouth shut, and don't ruin it for the rest of us. You missed the bowling season, Butch blew a perfect game, and when we got the new shirts printed up, there was an I in Shooter's name. Bobby's back to walking, he got another DUI. So if you plan on getting out of here alive, don't ruin it for the rest of us with your bragging that you fell in love. Can't you see we're kind of busy here, swapping lies and crying in our beer? So you're getting married, good for you. It's sixth inning, Braves are down by 2. Grab a seat and keep your big mouth shut, and don't ruin it for the rest of us. Now don't ruin it for the rest of us. Can't you see that we've been through enough? Can't you see it's kind of really rough? Don't ruin it for the rest of us. Oh, thank you. Do this song here. This was, have you guys ever like traveled across country and you listen to and you tune in like the little local radio station? I was driving across Kansas. This guy goes, and now a song by Crosby, Stills, and Nash Young. I went to school with Nash Young, man. He was a great guy. You just hear crap like that all over. And I was driving through Oklahoma, I think. It was either Oklahoma or Iowa. And this DJ came on and he goes, I'm going to play this song about God, but it's a true story, man. I knew this guy. He was homeless for years. And he said he finally, I gave him some money a long time ago, and he was on the streets in Nashville, and he finally had this hit song, and now he's doing a whole lot better. And I thought, man, who could that be? And they put on this song. It was coming to the end of a long, long walk when a man crawled out of a cardboard box under the E Street Bridge. As I walked on to it, well, I went out halfway across that homeless shadow tagging along, so I dug for some change. Wouldn't need it anyway. He took it looking just a bit ashamed. He said, I haven't always been this way. I've had my moments, days in the sun, moments I was second to none, moments when I knew I'd done what I thought I couldn't do. Like the day I know, like that plane ride coming home from the war in that summer when my son was born. Memories like a coat so warm the cold wind can't get through. Looking at me now, you might not know it, but I've had my moments. Well, I stood there trying to find my nerve, wondering if a single soul on earth would care at all, or miss me when I'm gone. Well, that old man just stood hanging around. He was looking at me and looking down. Guess he recognized that look in my eyes. And standing with him there, I felt ashamed. I said, you know, I haven't always been this way. I've had my moments, days in the sun moments. I was second to none moments when I knew I'd done what I thought I couldn't do. Like the day I walked away from the wine for a woman who became my wife in a love that, when it was mine, could always see me through. Looking at me now, you might not know it, but I've had my moments. And I know somewhere around a trash can fire tonight, that old man tells a story one more time. And he says, I've had my moments, days in the sun moments. I was second to none moments when I knew I'd done what I thought I couldn't do. Like that cold night on the East Street Bridge when a young man almost ended it. I was right there, wasn't scared a bit, and I helped to pull him through. Looking at me now, you might not know it. I said, looking at me now, you might not know it, but I've had my moments. I've had my moments.
Sam Tate.
Hey, thank you. So, I forgot what I was going to do, huh?
Do you have CDs for sale, Sam?
Not yet. I will have CDs for sale very soon. We're mixing the record right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. The album is called Play It Again, Sam, and it's acoustic versions of a bunch of the songs that I had on the radio, and then I put some new ones on there, The Daughter of Bobby McGee, and another one. You want to hear another one off of the new record? It's that nobody's ever heard before, except my girlfriend. Okay. Is Bobby Terry here in the audience? He is. Okay, then I wrote this by myself. Hey, you in the back of the room, listening to me like you can't believe I know you like I do. Yeah, you with the scars that you hide, wondering how I figured out the story of your life. Ain't no magic mirror on the wall, ain't no psychic with no crystal ball. I'm just the music someone had to play, the words you thought but couldn't say, some midnight poet's version of the truth. And if by chance I make you cry, fall in love or change your life, teach you that you're not the world's first fool, I'm just a song, and that's just what songs do. Hey, you, turning it up to the max, tear in your eye and wondering why you run when things get black. Yeah, you with the radio on, wondering why you seem to hide whenever things go wrong. I can't tell you what the answer is, and I can't make you any promises, I'm just the music someone had to play, the words you thought but couldn't say, some midnight poet's version of the truth. And if by chance I make you cry, fall in love or change your life, find some meaning in your misspent youth, just a song, and that's just what songs do. Yeah, if by chance I make you cry, fall in love or say goodbye, find some meaning in your misspent youth. I'm just a song, and that's just what I do. So I heard there were a bunch of vets in town. How many vets are in here tonight? Are you here with the conference?
I am not.
You're not? Because evidently there was a veterans conference in here. I do a lot of work with our wounded veterans. I sit on the board of several veterans charities, Able Forces and the American Freedom Foundation and Project Healing Waters and a bunch of others. And along with my lovely wife here who does the same thing with me. We travel around a lot. And this is the last song I'm going to do because my voice is kind of going. And
I really appreciate you coming out and playing, Sam.
well, you're welcome.
You're my buddy.
You know, you can't say no to Debbie. She called me like at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and you know.
That's when the cancellation occurred.
Well,
thank you so much.
I was just planning on drinking myself stupid tonight, but this is more fun, so. Yeah, I had grandkids for 10 days, so I'm entitled to drink myself stupid. I walked in the house and said to my wife, "Do you hear that?" She said, "What?" I said, "Fucking silence." It was great. But anyway, my good friend General John Campbell, who is now head of all forces in Afghanistan, when he was home one time, we were on Dixie and we were sitting around talking, and he said, "You know, this last song won you tons of awards, and you know, it was a big hit for you." He said, "But I'll tell you," he said, "the honor that you need to have above all other honors is this song is played in every tank in Afghanistan when they go out on patrol." That's cool. You know, sometimes when you feel like there's a sign there on your back, it says, "I don't mind if you kick me." Seems like everybody has. Things go from bad to worse, you know, they can't get worse than that, and then they do. You step off the straight and narrow and you don't know who you are. Use your needle off your compass to sew up your broken heart. Ask directions from a genie in a bottle of Jim Beam and she lies to you. It's when you learn the truth. If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it, you might get out, for the devil even knows you're there. Been deep down in that darkness, I've been down to my last match. Felt 100 different demons breathing fire down my back. I knew that if I stumbled, I'd fall right into the trap that they were laying. But the good news is there's angels everywhere out on the street, holding out their hand to pull you back up on your feet. The ones that you've been dragging for so long, you're on your knees, you might as well be praying. Guess what I'm saying? If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it, you might get out, for the devil even knows you're there. If you're going through hell, keep on moving, face that fire, walk right through it, you might get out, for the devil even knows you're there. You know you might get out, for the devil even knows you're there. You know you might get out, for the devil even knows you're there.
Awesome job, Sam.
Thank you all so much for letting me come up here and make a fool out of myself. It's fun.
Oh, you're awesome. We'll be watching for that CD, too, that's coming out. Really.